Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's weekly live immigration attorney chat here at Immigration for Couples. I'm attorney Megan Pastrana, and my firm is dedicated exclusively to helping couples across the nation and across the world in navigating the U.S. immigration process. So if you are new to our firm, our law firm, and our Facebook page, welcome. And I know I will have viewers joining us here live. And if you are joining us live, please feel free to put your questions in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, please do a hashtag replay and let me know, what are your burning immigration questions? What are you wanting to know? What would be helpful for you on your immigration journey? Here at Immigration for Couples, we know all of the feelings that come with navigating an immigration process. So many members of our team have actually gone through their own personal immigration journey. And so we know how it feels, and we know how important it is for you to have clarity and support on your journey. That's why we have created our free resource center at immigrationforcouples.com. Our free resource center is very robust. If you're just starting out in your immigration journey, there's lots of resources to help you to understand what are the options that are available to you, and then also how to prove your love is real to immigration. So definitely, I invite you to come on over and check that out at immigrationforcouples.com. All right, and I have a couple people. Hi there, Joe. I see that you say you're watching from Ghana. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. We're excited to have you. And I don't know if you heard, but at the start of the show, I said if anybody has any questions, please feel free to throw those in the comments, and I will actually go over those at the end of the topics I have lined up here today. So I have two topics today. The first one is finding joy and happiness in your immigration journey. So I know for many people, the immigration process can be frustrating and stressful and overwhelming, and that's normal. That's a natural part of the process. But oftentimes we don't think about an immigration journey being something that could possibly bring us joy or happiness, or that those feelings rather could be found in an immigration journey. And if any of you are going through an immigration process, I'd love to hear your feedback too on how your experience has been, and if you have any tips for other couples who are going through the process on how to nurture that union, your union with your significant other during the process. So you're probably asking yourself, what is she talking about? This is crazy. How can you find joy and happiness in your immigration journey? Perhaps you're thinking that. And it really is possible. My husband and I, we went through our own immigration journey, and we experienced all the feelings. I'm not saying that there weren't times that we were frustrated with wait times. I'm not saying that there weren't times that we felt overwhelmed, right? It's natural. All of those feelings come with that immigration process. And frankly, all of those feelings are a natural part of life. But I have a few tips on how to find this joy and happiness in your immigration journey, and reframing how you think about your immigration journey, because it can really help you to have a better experience, a healthier experience, in turn allowing you to really focus more on your relationship. So I've talked about this topic before in different ways, but my number one piece of advice is learning how to, or rather practicing being present in this moment. So what does that mean? Some of you, maybe you practice meditation, and maybe you know very well what I'm talking about here. But as human beings, it's very interesting. We spend our lives, most of our thoughts, in the past or ruminating, thinking about the future. And we lose sight of this present moment and what's here in this moment for us to have gratitude and to just be present and fully enjoy this moment, the here and now. Oftentimes, if you really think about it, think about where your thoughts are during the day. Are your thoughts mainly in the past, thinking about, oh, this thing was great, or thinking about, oh, I wish I would have done this, or I should have done X, Y, and Z? Just think about your day and where your thoughts are. Or are you thinking about the future? That can be definitely a great thing to think about and plan for the future. But oftentimes in an immigration journey, your thoughts in the future might be, what if this takes over a year? What if we never are together? What if our relationship doesn't make it? There might be a lot of thoughts and narratives that are there in the future. and bringing yourself to the here and now. We're only guaranteed here this present moment. There's that saying, you're not promised tomorrow. What can you do to bring yourself into this present moment? And why is that important? Because there's so many things in this present moment for which we all have to be grateful. So how can you do that? Really, a meditation is fantastic. If you've never meditated, it's wonderful. I highly recommend something called the Calm app, and there's guided meditations. And really, if you don't feel like you have time for meditation, there can be just there's some meditation, guided meditation on the Calm app that are less than 10 minutes. And it can really bring you into the present moment. If you feel like you can't sit still and be in the present for 5 or 10 minutes, it really is a muscle you have to build. Something that works really well is just putting a hand on your heart and one on your stomach and closing your eyes and just taking some deep breaths, some really good deep breaths that make your stomach go out. That deep breath, not in your lungs, but through your diaphragm. And if you just do that a few times, you can just do that here with me. And just let yourself be present. It just feels amazing. I do that throughout the day. I meditate every day, and it's a fantastic way to bring yourself to center in the present moment. So my other tip, in addition to being present in the moment, is what do you and your significant other have to be grateful for in this moment? I have so many things in my life to be grateful for, and I'm sure you do as well. And so a lot of times in the immigration process, and again, let's face it, in life in general, it's easy, or it's possible for us to fall into a victim mode. And what does that mean? Victim mode is, oh, it's not fair. The immigration wait times are really long. This should be, saying all the things that it should be, and when in reality, right now, the wait times are longer. And when you complain about and place all the blame on the immigration system, don't get me wrong, it needs to be fixed. I lobby in Congress. I'm always reaching out to congressional representatives, not just in my state, but in the states where all my clients are living, and letting them know what are the things that need to be fixed. So I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be fixed, but when you surrender your power over to, it's just not fair, everybody else is getting a decision for me, immigration takes too long, and letting yourself fall into that victim mode, you give away your power. And it's just that you're a victim to the system. And you're not. I'm here to tell you, you're not a victim of the immigration system. And when you find yourself falling into that, don't judge yourself. It happens to us all. Shift to gratitude. Shift to saying, oh, here I am in this victim mode. I don't want to be here. This doesn't feel good. I have so many things to be grateful for in this moment, such as I have an amazing fiance, or I have an amazing spouse, and we have this opportunity to have our future together, and we're taking steps to doing that. And these are the things we have to look forward to. So shift from victimhood to gratitude. And then my third tip is holding each other accountable. You have this other person in your life. You're not going through this immigration journey alone. And the two of you can hold each other accountable. And my husband and I did this when we realized all we were talking about all the time was the immigration case and the wait times. And when we were going to be done, we would hold each other accountable and say, wait, we have so many more interesting things in our life in this present moment. What we did during our day, what we're planning to do in the future. Let's not talk about the immigration case. I don't want that to be a third wheel, and hold each other accountable to getting back on track and reshifting, or shifting rather, your thought process and the narrative that you have in your head, or where your focus is rather. So that is how you can find joy and happiness in your immigration journey. And I'll tell you, I know the wait times are long. Being apart or having to go through a journey that's more than a year and feeling in limbo is frustrating. And it is just a moment in time. And for my husband and I remember having all those feelings. It feels like yesterday, but it was actually, we've been married for 10 years, and it's actually been over 8 years ago that we went through this. And it felt like it was never going to end. But then when we think about it, it's like, wow, life just goes so fast. This is just a moment. This is just a moment. This is just a chapter. This is just a phase in your relationship that will build resiliency for you individually and as a couple. So that's how you can find joy and happiness. And again, I'd love to hear from all of you. Is this resonating with you? What feelings are arising when you're hearing this? What is not making sense, or what is, or what have you put into practice as a couple? I'd love to hear that from all of you. Okay. Oh, you just started watching after having a disappointing day. And oh, you checked your visa status today and all you saw was refused. Oh, Joe, I'm really sorry to hear that. And I'm really glad that you found our channel. And I would start, like I said earlier, I know that might be hard. I know all the feelings that come up when you see refused, but doing that, taking a deep breath. I hope that you have an immigration attorney helping you. Sometimes refused, if it's on a visa status, sometimes refused means that there's a few documents that maybe they still need. So the basis for the refusal is unclear probably at this point. So getting clarity on what is the basis, what is the reason for the refusal, and then going from there as to what are the next steps that can be taken. Is it turning in a document, or is immigration questioning whether or not the relationship is real? If you don't already have an immigration attorney, please, reach out to our firm. You can call our office at 317-247-5040, or you're welcome to book a consultation online and we can help you through this. All right, Joe. Thank you for sharing with everybody. I know that's very vulnerable to share with a live audience of other people watching, but yes, I am a creative advocate and I'm always looking for solutions to situations like that. So thank you for sharing. And we do wish you the best of luck. And we're here for you if you're needing legal support. All right.